Yes, we are
We
live.
live out in these streets.
Everybody live?
Yeah. Damn,
Sweet.
I only got an hour and 22 minutes in. I'm thinking I'm out here putting
Yep.
in work.
Hold on, let me mute this.
Yo,
Yo,
do what it
guys.
do.
What is good, everybody? Whoever is here, nobody's probably here yet, but they will come through or whatever. But now we just gonna be doing a council minicast where we're answering all the questions that we missed these past Sundays, not Sundays, Thursdays, and all that good stuff. But we got some good questions, and we definitely do go long on the council podcast a little bit, so we do miss some of the emails. But we do appreciate everybody that email us. So we're going to be answering all the questions that we received that we missed. So anybody want to do a little intro of who's here? By the way, the council is all the council members are live streaming, so you can tune into anybody's channel that is here, so you guys can watch different games from a different perspective and all that good stuff. With this podcast, it's something different that we're doing. But yeah, who wants to go first in introducing themselves?
I'll go first. It's your boy Michi Battle. Streaming Magica 2 right now. First time playing the game. It's awesome. And hope you enjoy these questions. Who next?
Sarge0079 here, streaming some Drive Club. Come on with these answers and these questions, cause I'm ready. Let's go.
Yo, it's your boy Persona, Persona underscore Gamer YT, and I'm streaming some Dragon Quest Heroes.
The Mr. Official.
Oh, y'all gonna have me go? My bad. Anyway, Mr. Fisher VG, you know what I'm saying? If y'all already subscribed to my channel, y'all already know I am streaming some Need for Speed.
You ain't got the speed though.
I'm streaming right now. I got the speed. Dang, I got cars on deck too.
Yo,
man.
but we also got my man Ken Masters.
Yo, what's up? It's Ken Masters. I'm not streaming right now, but I am playing Drive Club. Bikes.
That's what's up, man. And we have another, I don't know if we can call him Mr. Stealth himself, because there's only one Mr. Stealth himself, but he's pretty stealthy. We got my man Motley. I'm going to call you Motley. I ain't going to say your first name because I don't want people all in your government, you know what I mean?
That's cool. My PSN is Bruce Gunner. I ain't streaming nothing right now, but I'm plotting on my next platinum.
Word up.
He's going to be Devil Cry 3.
Yeah.
It's going to be number 97.
Damn.
He's not Mr. Stealth himself, but this is Mr. Platt himself. But nah, man, you guys want to get right into the questions?
Sure, why not? Let's go.
Alright, so let's ask this first question. I don't know if you want to should I say the names of these people, but anybody that email us, you can always email us at the council podcast yt@gmail.com, and just ask away, leave your feedback about the show, and anything that you guys want us to kind of talk about or relate to on the show is all good. But here's a long one, so before I even start my gameplay, I'm going to go right into this one. Here is the first question, guys. You know what I'm saying? Hi, guys. I hope I don't stir up any trouble with this question. But what do you think about a one council market? Would it be better to have one council market? And what would be the pros and cons? And what company would host this market?
I'll go first. Would it be good to have a one console market? No.
Whoa.
I say that because we have some people that are brand loyal. And no matter how much they might love Microsoft, if it was only Sony consoles, they'd be like, I ain't getting it. And we have some diehard Sony fans that be like, I don't like Microsoft. I'm not putting up with their console. I'll go to a PC. The industry's booming right now, no matter who's winning. Uh, and it's mostly because there's a console war that really don't matter to people. Most of the people buying these games that are whack, and they're hyping them up anyway.
Yeah.
You've got the 2-day Halo hype, the Gears of War last of the week. But these are games that people hype up. It's just like PlayStation people, we like to order 1886, but most of us didn't play it after a week and a half because we didn't have a reason to. Well, actually, to get back on, I'm just saying. But still, each console does its own little separate thing differently. That's good for business. Yeah, no good one console.
So you don't think anybody would benefit just having one console that's chilling?
No, it's better to let everybody play together as opposed to having one console.
Yeah.
I guess I'll go. Oh, go ahead, Cam. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna make mine real quick. I think it would benefit if we had more than one console. As far as in the industry, as far as development goes, you need more than one. I would say it's better to have one. It keeps the other person on their toes. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, now does every gamer need to have more than one? I think so, but I think as far as pushing things forward in the console space, yeah, I'd say they need to.
Yeah, I hear you. I definitely agree with that. I just feel like with one console, no competition, so it just monopolizes the market.
Yeah, you took my, that was exactly what I was going to say, I promise.
My bad, Magic.
Nah, that's good. Yeah, well, pretty much what Barry said, competition is always good for companies, but it's even better for the consumer, because you've got all these companies fighting for your money, so they're willing to bend over backwards to get it. So competition is definitely good. So I wouldn't want to see a one console market, because that eliminates competition, that eliminates fanboy wars, everything. It just it's not something I would want to see.
Yeah.
Well, gents. I knew we hired you for a reason.
Yo, but alright, check this out. Let's say, matter of fact, let's get Kev's answer in and whoever didn't answer yet before we go. Yo, what's good, Game Over?
I don't know, man. I think that it wouldn't be worth it, especially because like last gen, I felt like Sony got cocky with the way that they came in with presenting the PS3 and stuff like that, and then I already be getting frustrated as it is with Sony with some of the stuff that they kind of put on the back burner and implement, for the console. So I think that a one console market would not be good. We need competition. Competition breeds the desire to win, and it also breeds innovation. Regardless of how retarded some of the Xbox elitists may sound. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I see it.
Yeah, I hear that. Who didn't answer?
I think it was me. It's not good to have a monopoly in the industry. The only people that would benefit from a one console partner probably the console and developers, just because they only have one platform to develop on. But for us, it just would probably be like hell. So
Yeah.
I never want to see it.
What's up?
Yeah, man. It'd be bad out here in these streets, bro.
It is bad. You're paying like $700 for like $200.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Alright, so check this out. You know what I'm saying? Because there's always a twist and turn into these questions that I like to, ask. Alright, so let's say there is only one. Well, this is kind of a biased question, but I just want to hear your answers anyway. If there was only one console, what would it be? And how do you think well, we did kind of answer that. It wouldn't have made no sense to ask that, really. You know what I mean? Because I know a lot of you guys are going to be like, oh, Sony.
Stand around and look pretty. Go kill someone already.
Yeah. If it was one console in here, which console would it be for you? You know, growing up or whatever.
Oh wow.
Well, growing up or now?
Yeah, growing up. All of that.
Shoot, I answer that. Growing up for me, it probably would have said PlayStation. Honestly, because that was at the time it was my most favorite system, in opposed to Nintendo. That was the Sonic game.
I mean, and it's gonna sound fanboyish or whatever, but PS1, PS2, man, because like those gaming experiences that I've had as a kid on PlayStation 1 and PS2, like I didn't have on any other console really, except for 64 and Super Nintendo. But still, I think PS1, PS2 did it for me. Oh, no. So I'd have to say Sony.
PS1, but nah. I'll definitely say PlayStation as well. But Nintendo is definitely close to me because I definitely love the NES and the Super Nintendo. I love those consoles. PlayStation definitely, if there was going to be one. But I definitely agree with what Kev said because, yeah, well, basically everybody said there is competition is good and you need that stuff. And just having one console just wouldn't be fair.
Yeah, man, it'll be a monopoly. We don't want that. Jesus Christ.
My man game. Go ahead.
Now you said of all time, right? Not just now. This is tough. I'm gonna say PlayStation 2. It just had the variety of games it had, you know, unparalleled. It was very, I mean, the console was out, it was supported for so long because so many people bought it and so many people kept playing it that games just kept getting developed for it. Sony is unrivaled when it comes to variety in gaming as far as this console space is concerned. So it would be the PS2.
PS2 for the win.
Yeah, I mean Sony they actually dominated that era. I know we said that it would be a bad thing if it was a monopoly. I mean,
There's Monster, what up? My bad, I can't go ahead. I'm just saying what's up to the people in the stream.
Oh, alright. Yeah, they dominated that era. And I don't think you can say they had a monopoly, but I don't remember people complaining in the PS2 era. So
Friendly UAV above.
Yeah, I want
Yeah, PS2 was just definitely a beast, though.
I'm gonna go against the grain. I'm gonna say the Wii. If I could get actual system, I would want the Wii. With games and everything, if I can get all the games that I like on the Wii, I'd be happy. For the easy modding and everything that we could do, motion control, you know, just the Wii was a good console. And did it have the best games? No, but it was a great console.
That's an interesting one. I must say, Michi, but
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, we can't be complete fanboys.
Look, if you want to think Michi's is interesting, I'm gonna one up him.
I'm gonna say PC.
I'll be like the Dreamcast. I want Sega.
Dreamcast was definitely great.
That's a good one. Shout out to the homie PDJ too, man. He's listening to the podcast right now.
So wait a minute. He gets that's a good one for mentioning the baby Xbox, but I don't get no credit for the Wii.
The Wii is poop, bro.
I don't know. Yeah, honestly, I don't remember the Wii U before the Wii, bro.
Yeah.
Man, please. The Wii is better than the Wii U. I'm saying the console itself. The console itself, the Wii U is a great console. Games, We can put any game on the console.
Well,
We
I
can make
wouldn't
that
say
happen.
I wouldn't say console-wise because the Wii U is stronger than the Wii, but I guess the Wii was more appealing to a family audience than the Wii U.
Yeah,
That's
like
where
I
it
enjoyed my
shined,
time with the Wii much more than I did the Wii U. Like the Wii U offered me nothing.
We're losing this fight.
Like I'm looking at the Wii U like, why the hell did they give us a screen?
Yeah.
I don't know what they was doing with that pad though. I ain't gonna front. They were like,
Ooh, I was about to
So
get
you
that.
like the Wii more than like Super Nintendo, PlayStation, PS2?
I mean, but the Wii had its benefits, didn't it?
Yeah. It was easy. It had the
beneficial with the Wii, but
it had the homebrew channels you could do. It had the old Nintendo store that you could go to, so you had the backward compatibility of sorts. You could play the Nintendo 64, not Nintendo 64 games. You could come in the store, but you what was that other console for the Wii?
Now
you
look,
could play
like the
games.
peak game though, and the peak game though, I understand sales ain't everything, but you got a peak game though. Like the Wii had a big install base. You cannot sit there and deny that.
Yeah, you had
a very low attach rate. Like it
did have a low attach, but I mean that install base was huge though. I mean,
Enemy UAV online.
And then never played it again. Yeah.
Like yo, my Wii was just basically people come over console. You know what I'm saying? Like I said for Zelda, Twilight Princess.
that's what I'm saying. It was a good family console or a good entertainment system. Like the Wii is an amazing entertainment system, but as far as like the dominant system, nah, I can't see it.
I mean, if we're going dominant, then I'm going PS2 all day. PS2 dominant. When you say dominant,
I don't know. The Dreamcast and the PS2 are like the hard decisions.
Why you say that?
I had to give it the PS2 because it had so
I'll
many.
even say Super.
Yeah, between this podcast, I'm gonna be saving these matches just so y'all know.
Yo, the thing is with me, like the Dreamcast was a console that I played enough of it, but I never owned one. You know what I mean? It's like my friends or people at college had it, but I was always going to people's rooms or going to my friend's house and playing it there. You know, I never really owned a Dreamcast, so that's why I can't really say the Dreamcast for myself. But PS1 or PS2 would, if there was one console, definitely. But matter of fact, you know what? The PS4 is my answer because the PS4 is a beast. Yo, don't mind my KD for that last match. I haven't sniped in a long time, people, so don't worry about that. But nah, man, going back to the overall question, the question for all the people that came in is basically, he was asking if it's good just to have one console in the market, in the gaming market. And he was asking if that's good and what's your take on it, what's the pros and what's the cons. But we didn't really say what's the pros of it. We just went right to the cons because I know everybody was just like, nope, we want that one console.
I mean,
well, hold on.
The only con I really see is like you wouldn't really have to spend any more money on a new console. That's really the only positive thing I could see, but that's not even a really good reason.
Now, I'll put it like this. If the pro of one console would kind of be like if PC
Vaughn, what's good?
One,
Go ahead,
hey,
Courtney.
I'm just interrupting.
My bad, I was just shouting out people that's typing.
It's cool, but the benefit of it would almost be like if PC just went back to like Intel and Nvidia and didn't have AMD in the mix. You'd have just one system configuration for everything. So people wouldn't have to worry about, hey, this one is more powerful than this and this and this, and it's just like one game running at the same thing no matter what. So you wouldn't have the whole spec war and the resolution game and all this stuff.
Good point. That's a great ass point. Matter of fact. But yeah, you a PC guy, so you would say that really quick too. You know what I mean? Because you have that. My bad. Go ahead, Court.
No, I'm good. My point. I made my point.
Team deathmatch.
Anybody else? Any pros?
Light him up, Sentinel.
I mean, I don't know. I don't really see too many pros out of that, to be honest with you. That's just me. I mean, I don't see really no positive with it.
We've taken control.
I see a pro. What's happening?
What you
One console.
you see?
One console to rule them all. That's a pro.
Nah, but a lot of the times
That would be boring. I'm not even gonna lie. We all know that would be boring. We all know it'd be boring.
Not even boring. It's like with stuff like that, the companies that normally are they're like the big guy in their field of what they specialize in. They normally seem to like slack off and they get lazy, or the quality of the products tend to go down. So it's like, you know, I'd rather have that competition. Like that competition, I'd rather have that there to keep everybody in check.
I see one major pro and con. Oh, you can go ahead, Dan, if you want to.
I was gonna ask a question. Did Sony slack when they was on its way to 155 million consoles?
Mike,
What are you talking about? During the PS2?
What you talking about, Ken?
For the PS2.
I don't really gotta get what you're saying.
Nah, they didn't slack per se, but then again, the competition was there because you had GameCube, you had Xbox, you had Game Boy Advance.
GameCube,
You had Xbox.
What? How is that?
Xbox.
No, but the possibility of that possible competition getting a one-up on you is enough to keep you on your toes. You never want to slack off, even if the competition isn't as good as you may think they doing. Like right now with Xbox versus PlayStation as far as sales go. Yeah, PlayStation is, I almost slipped up. PlayStation is winning. They are winning like they are, but they still need to remain vigilant and know that at any point in time, the tables can still turn.
You ain't gotta use big words.
Nah, he right though. I agree with him.
I have a major pro and con.
Nah, I'm not disagreeing with Persona. I think he's right.
Go ahead, Vichy.
Yeah, a major pro and con at the same time. Competition. We see who's the best, but we will also see who's the worst. So, it's my major pro and con.
Damn. Mike. Your mic, G. You talking about some other stuff, yo.
What am I talking about? You trying to get a girl or something?
I don't know. Talking about some salt. But nah, I agree though with Michi. What's the next email?
Alright.
Oh, my bad. Hold on 1 second, guys.
Barry under the hotline bling act.
Nah, you know we not with us in COD. I can't just stop it.
Yo, the hotline blink. You
He's
get paid for
calling me on
that.
the cell phone.
He hitting up the bunnies right now, so he can't focus.
Who over there getting their hotline bling on, man?
Barry, man.
Nah, it ain't no hotline blink right now. It's just I'm in the COD blink. 1 second, guys. We gonna get to it.
You don't play COD during the freaking podcast, man. That's gonna take your attention away. I'm out here driving, cruising these Need for Speed streets.
Alright, so other email. Yo, shout out to my man, Ethan Vaughn, Death Monster, Game Over in the live stream right now.
Friendly UAV above.
Cool, shout out to him.
Big shout out.
Focus bar.
Hey,
Yeah,
focus bar.
What is up with the host?
Oh, what happened?
We're gonna need Michi to go ahead and pull up the emails.
Oh, y'all can't hear me?
Barry on this hotline bling.
No, we can't hear you.
Oh, my bad.
You ain't talking hard.
Alright, here we go. Nier Automata, the latest installment and sequel to the Nier franchise that was announced at Square Enix E3. Gameplay was just released and it looks incredible to me now, since it was developed by Platinum Games, which made great games such as Bayonetta, Rise and Vengeance, Vanquish. They are also developing Scalebound for the Xbox One. Is Nier Automata on the PS4 the answer to compete with Scalebound? Will Nier be held at high like Xbox fans are praising
That's
this
a good
game?
question.
I personally don't think so. Everyone is talking about Scalebound, but this game is probably going to get swept under the rug because Sony doesn't promote games like this. I would like all y'all's thoughts.
Well, I'll go first on this one. Is it in competition with Scalebound? I don't think so, because if anybody ever played the first Nier, the combat really hasn't changed. It just has that platinum touch now. So they could have still made Nier and not had platinum on there. It just might not have been like how platinum fluidity is, but it still could have been made. And as far as Sony promoting it, I hope they promote it. They need to, because Nier was one of those gems on the PS3 that just got left, and then a lot of people discovered it later on, and it was like really, really good, like I did. So they need to just go and start promoting that game like big.
I'm kind of with in agreement with Jabari and Courtney. Sony needs to support it, but I highly doubt that they won't, and that's what's sad about it. You know, games that are amazing like this that need to be promoted, they kind of just sweep it under the rug. They think it's not going to have that base, that fan base, or it's not going to get that support when it really is. But you know, they just refuse to just not promote it for some odd reason.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this. Is Nier a counter for Scalebound? No, because Scalebound is a counter for Godzilla. Y'all act like y'all don't see them giant lizards flying around. You got King Ghidorah in the background. Yeah. All these Godzilla references in Scalebound, and nobody wants to admit that the game's gonna be like Godzilla. I mean, Jesus.
Oh, go ahead. My fault. You should go ahead.
No, I'm pretty much done. Nier's gonna be its own game, and those that get it will enjoy it, and those that won't, they'll miss out, as usual.
Barry, repeat the exact questions again. You said
Is Nier a direct competition to Scalebound? And do you think this game will get swept under the rug because of lack of promotion from Sony?
Alright, first, I don't think Nier is a direct counter to Scalebound. And second, yes, it's gonna get swept under the rug because here's the thing about the Scalebound situation. I'm about to just be like, just come out with it. The Xbox fans, they don't really care about Scalebound. These guys, they jumped on the game as soon as they found out it was exclusive for Xbox. You know they don't care about the game. Why? Because ask any Xbox, did they buy Vanquish? Or did they buy Bayonetta? They didn't buy those games, alright? They saw the word Platinum, exclusive for Xbox, and it was just, okay, it's exclusive, let's be happy about it. So, and they're gonna downplay Nier, even though Platinum's worth it. So, it's gonna get downplayed.
Yo, me personally, I'm gonna disagree with a lot of you guys about it being swept under the rug. I don't think it's gonna be swept under the rug. I think there was good enough promotion on the game. How did we get to see the trailer in the first place? It was all over the blog. It was all on PlayStation's YouTube. I just feel that with Platinum Games, they always get praise before the game come out, but when the game do come out, people just don't buy Platinum Games. I don't think it's gonna get swept under the rug because it's Sony's problem. I think that's more of the gamers' problem. Gamers want these new games and all this stuff, but they don't buy the new games and all that stuff. That's my personal thing that I'm seeing. But do I think this is a direct competition of Scalebound? I think it's going to be a direct competition of Scalebound because 2 Platinum games coming out the same year. Yeah, I think it's going to be competition. And I think it's going to be great competition. But as far as being swept under the rug, no, I don't think it's going to be. Not by Sony.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Kev.
No, I'm just gonna keep it quick. I don't believe it will either. For one, it's too soon to say it'll be swept under the rug. It's a year away. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure they're gonna build hype, and it's still in development. So as time passes, you know what I'm saying, they'll focus on it a little bit more, and how they're gonna, attack it. 'Cause what the hell is that? No. What is that? Who's playing that?
Somebody getting
Mute that shit.
scolded.
Mute it. Damn it. Anyway, yeah. I just don't think that. I think it's too soon to say all of that. As far as being direct competition for Scalebound, I don't see how the two can compare because It's not really said if Nier is going to be open world. Has it been? At least as far as what I've read. So
I don't know if it's going to be open world. I think with the combat it will be though.
Kinda off of what Barry said with how gamers say that they want new things and all that type of stuff, but they ain't, when the new stuff come out, they ain't supporting it. I really don't think it's Platinum's fault that these games don't get supported. I think it's the gamer's fault. Yes, you should advertise it to a certain degree, but regardless of how something is advertised, it's still up to the gamer to buy it. You got gameplay videos, you got articles and all this different type of stuff. I hope Nair gets the support that it deserves. I'll be supporting it. It's up to the gamer. Let's see. It's a wait and see at this point. You can't really judge much further than that.
Yeah, I just want to say, people in Advanced Warfare, the community, they play like biatches. Sorry.
And I also want to say that the court, I got my M3.
Oh, you still a scrub.
But nah, man.
I got my M3.
I think Nair is going to be dope. I think Scalebound is going to be dope. It's two RPG games. One is a little bit more bigger in scale from what I see. But I do think it is going to be great competition between the two games.
But I'm gonna say, Bar, before you get off of Nier, I'm gonna say Nier, the first Nier wasn't a small game. It was kind of like semi-open world, but not open world. Like when you went into the field or something, it was pretty much an open world field. You can just battle whatever is out there. But as far as like going from field, well, dog, it kind of was segmented, like how they did 13 a little bit, like you go from the town to part of the field, and then you go into the larger expanse of the field, so it was kind of like that. But whenever you did a boss battle, that boss battle could cover that whole area. So it wasn't like you were just fighting in one spot, you were actually fighting in that whole area.
Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, from what I never played the first Nier, but what I'm seeing right now, I'm definitely liking what I see, man. But yeah, I'm really excited for it.
Yeah, man.
Well, I think it's good to have direct competition between the two games. Those RPG Platinum games. Platinum is definitely busy, and I'm liking that from them. You know what I mean? You want all money, you gotta earn it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Friendly UAV above.
Gotta get out here with that money, man.
Really? Some of that big crit?
Nah, man. Ain't big crit. Right. See?
But will I be getting there? Hell yeah, I'm gonna get there. I'll probably play the first one as well. I don't think it's a direct sequel to this one, from what I'm hearing. But I'm with it. I like Platinum and their combat. Anybody play Transformers yet or nah?
Yeah, Transformers is dope.
Yo, man, that joint is dope stuff right there, man. So you can already know Platinum Why you think people don't buy platinum games that much?
I don't know. That's the mystery because Platinum makes some great games. I mean, I don't understand why not. But...
Look, they have been buying platinum games since they were Clover. So, God Hand was overlooked. Vanquish was overlooked. Bayonetta 1 was overlooked.
I think a big part of it is marketing. It's like unless a game is shoved in everybody's face, people don't really like. I'm talking about the masses. I'm not talking about the hardcore community, like the masses, the majority of people who buy consoles. You know, they don't even. You ask somebody, a random person about Vanquish, they're not gonna know what Vanquish is. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's part of it. But then you also have the hardcore community and. They love to name drop platinum, but they not.
That's what I'm saying. Though platinum games get hyped a lot, but you know when you really look at it, you don't really see selling that well. I never seen like a blockbuster platinum game.
Well, I think Metal Gear Rising like the closest one because it's Metal Gear. Of course, it was gonna say it.
I just hope Scalebound gives, you know, I hope these Xbox guys, they, you know, I see a lot of hype for Scalebound, so I hope that game lives up. I hope it does really well, put it that way. Really, really well.
Scalebound's not gonna sell a lot, bro.
Huh? Especially JRPGs, yo. They is not fucking with no JRPGs at all. They are not fucking with it. And it's not like, it's not bad, and that's just what it is.
Yeah, the numbers are
that was horrible by me. But yo, my man Game Over said that he bought the first Nier. He said Nier is dope, and my man Des Monster, he said that Nier is gonna be fire, man. Well, the Nier Automata, however you want to say it.
Just get ready for the whole big twisted ending. That's all I'm saying, because it's gonna be some kind of twist that's gonna mess with you.
That's what's up, man. I'm ready for it, man. 2016 is a beast year for PlayStation. And guys, don't mind my KD right now. You know what I mean? I am trying to multitask.
Look at it. Look at it, cause that's what it's gonna be when Black Ops 3 drops.
Nah. Black Ops 3, my KD's a 2.
They seen it.
Gameplay's there. Yo, nah, my KD in the beta was a 1.75. Well, normally I can get it. I can get it too easy.
I managed to get mine to a 2. Oh no.
Nah, you ain't killing me more than that. But yo, next question. Yeah, I'll be here Friday, man. 12 o'clock a.m. Not 12:01. 12 o'clock a.m. But yo, next question from my man Demi God Reviews. If you guys are not subscribed to my man Demi God Reviews, please go subscribe to my man Demi God Reviews, because he really drops some great content and reviews and all that good stuff that YouTube needs. Whew, breather. But he said, "Hey guys, Demigod here again with another question of the week. Since Paris Games Week has come, what was your number one pick of the conference personally? Also, I'll give that conference a 4.5 out of 5. Just because no Sly and Dials and Reveal hurt my hopes. But what is your personal pick? Number one pick for the conference on the Paris Games Week, and just in general, what would you rate the Paris Games Week, and explain why?
Game of show is Dreams.
Oh, what? Go ahead, my bad.
Yeah, my game of show is Dreams, And I would give Paris Games Week about a 4.8.
Out of 5?
Out of 5?
Yeah.
Okay.
4.8 out of 5. Because it was a little slow at the beginning, but when it picked up, it picked all the way up. So we saw a lot of new stuff that we didn't see at E3. And stuff that wasn't mentioned at Gamescom. We saw a lot of new stuff that wasn't mentioned this year already. New stuff. Keep that in mind. New exciting stuff.
They turned up.
More PlayStation VR. Yeah, okay.
I don't know how they ain't killed that guy.
Enemy care package
Shit. I give it a 12.5. Like it was just slow in the beginning, but they picked it up and caught my interest. And the game I want to say I was picked my interest again was Horizon. That's another gameplay. And I can't wait for this game to drop, man. The game look dope. Game of the year 2016.
Paris Games Week actually surprised me because I didn't think they was gonna. Well, screw it. I didn't think they was gonna go all out like they did. But Sony, they brought their A game. It was a little slow. Certain points were slow. But I think what I walking away from Paris Games Week, what I think oh man, I almost got. What is it? PlayStation VR. What's that game? Riggs?
Oh yeah, Riggs.
Yeah, Riggs. That Riggs and what was that? The name of that? Oh, Robinson: The Journey. Both of those games with the VR, those blew me away. I'm like, look, sign me up for VR day one. And Detroit, Becoming Human, was like top 3 games that I was just like, whoa. Put me on board for this. And I give the show a 4.5 out of 5.
4.5?
Yeah, 4.5 out of 5.
Anybody else?
I'll go. As far as game, I can't really say a game. I was more so interested in VR. So I gotta give it to VR and all it's gonna bring. And I guess for Raiden, since I went into Paris Games Week with low expectations, like I was just expecting like they'll probably cover some stuff we know, some minor stuff they'll probably reveal. I was like, okay, low expectations, so I was gonna be like, whatever. But it pleasantly surprised me when they just kept bringing out stuff and showing more stuff. Then add all the all the icing on top of the cake. It's like, hey, we get to see more Star Wars, even though that's multiplat. I don't care. It's Star Wars. I got to see Boba Fett.
That trailer was dope.
And Palpatine. And I was like, yep, I'm sold. Which I was already sold, but still.
That was like the nail in the coffin.
Yeah, that was like, ooh. Okay, so yeah. Anyway, Raiden, I give it 4.8. Just I have to dock that 0.2 just because of the slow parts. But other than that, it was a dang good conference. So
yeah, nah, I wouldn't say that. Nah, that's not to you, Corey. My bad. I was answering one of the comments.
I'm gonna say, stay over there in Scrub Land.
Get your ass up. Hey man, listen, since I am speaking now. The conference was cool. It was definitely better than anticipated. I wouldn't say it's mind blowing by too much, but it definitely surprised me as far as what I expected. I honestly have more higher hope for PlayStation Experience, and like as far as presentation wise, the fact that they started off with a few games that we already knew about. Sony has a bad habit of doing that, like they did with E3 with showing stuff for Batman. We know that's coming. It was coming out that next week, so they didn't really have to do that. Them doing Call of Duty and what was the other multi-plat they did? Did they do Assassin's Creed or something? It was something that they did. They like it was what?
I think it was AC.
Call of Duty.
Oh no, it was Batman. It was Batman at E3.
No, I'm talking about for Paris Games Week though. It was something that we had already knew about.
Oh, COD,
And
COD and
yeah, I know.
Star Wars.
Okay, Star Wars. The only thing that was good about Star Wars is because they showed a different mode that we had not seen. But as far as COD, like, don't ever open up with Call of Duty. You know what I'm saying? It
Yeah.
sells itself. Like I said before, Star Wars already sells itself. So just don't do that.
You're not Xbox.
Games present. Yeah, yeah. Games presentation, that was cool. A lot of stuff that we didn't know about. My most standout game, I would say, is Detroit. And to PD, I don't think it's another version of Deus Ex. I think it's more like, to me, it came off like a game version of iRobot, if anything. And what's the other movie? AI.
It's
So
just a heavy rain version of those two movies. That's all.
yeah, that's what I think too. But I was looking forward to that. I'll say the secondary one is Matterfall. I'm interested in that to see a little bit more about that. So that's pretty much it.
Where for me, personally, my game of the show, what that really shot me because we heard about this game last year, and then we didn't really see too much about it. Was Wild. Wild definitely was like, whoa, that's something I'm definitely gonna be playing. I like the concept, the open worldness. You building your own kind of story within it, the open world. I think that game is gonna be dope, and I'm liking it a lot. And one of the games that I was waiting for this year was The Wanderer, because you basically just exploring. You could travel around this world and turn into these animals and do what the animals do. Wild offers that just in a grander scale, if I would say. And The Wanderer just had a whole bunch of bugs, and that kind of disappointed me. So I had to delete that game. But yeah, Wild. What else call it? What's that game? Detroit. Detroit looked real good too. And Matterfall. Housemark, you already know, man. Housemark, those are my peoples. So they gonna get mad love, man. But yo, rating the conference, out of 10, definitely gets like an 8 from me.
Oh wow.
I thought the conference was dope, man.
I'm gonna give it a overall, let's say 8 out of 10. The thing is, I am most excited for VR. First of all, I went in with low expectations, just like
Oh yeah, about that VR.
and then they announced a lot of games. I was just like, what? But I'm on this VR like a laser, man. I really want to experience VR. So the game I was interested in most was actually that competitive.
The Rigs joint,
I
right?
forgot the name of it.
Yeah.
Rigs. Rigs. That's what it was. Yeah, man, that thing was kind of crazy. And, it looks like it can make me sick. So I want to see what it can do. I'm looking forward to VR. Like PlayStation VR is that was my headline. Like the device itself and the game that's coming out. So because that's a whole new medium.
Yeah.
Like that's going to change a lot. So, I want to see. Oh, another thing. The door is open for VR for Gran Turismo Sport and Drive Club.
Sport.
Yes. So, I'm trying to imagine Drive Club in VR because I'm playing Drive Club bikes right now. That I can't even imagine that, man. So. Or I can, but you get what I'm saying.
Yo, what's y'all thoughts about the opening trailer of the Tekken, and that's gonna be supporting VR?
That's gonna be dope.
I'm curious to see what that beginner was all about. That story's gonna get me.
Tekken's story has always been out like real deep. So this just gonna probably be like, hey, you remember that event that happened in like Tekken 2 and 3? Yeah, we're gonna explain that real quick.
Yeah.
It's like a prequel, right?
That.
Well, I'm thinking they're gonna explain some stuff that was never explained, more than likely.
Enemy UAV online.
It ain't robbing the cradle out there.
Like what actually really happened to Jen?
We've taken the advantage.
Yeah.
System hack. All HUDs have been disabled.
There's a lot of good stuff that got announced in Paris Games Week. That's why a lot of people did go in there with like low expectations, but I think they came out satisfied with that show. And it's a European, show, so it's going to be centered towards like European content. But I still felt like, we Americas.
We've lost control.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That kind of disappointed me though. For March. Yeah, I thought it was gonna be this year. Cause they're gonna have Matter Falls and Alienation this year.
Our UAV is online.
No, that's
Nah. And Platinum. No, I'm saying AU Platinum.
Enemy care package incoming. Our UAV is online.
Wrestle Gun is on PS3?
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah.
Oh yeah, I know it's on Vita. I heard that's a hard platinum.
I like when he irons out his platinum and before he go there and do it.
You sound like Riku-san.
Nah, man, you don't need a plan. You don't need a plan, man. It's fucking dumb. Yo, if y'all can, man, y'all
okay.
like, if he's streaming right now, go dislike his video, man. He don't need that many platinums, so just keep him 100.
That's that platinum life, bro.
Go to his channel right now.
Friendly UAV
Give
above.
him a dislike. It's only right. It is your duty as an American citizen to show him.
Oh no.
Yo,
Look, whoever's
All these
listening, whatever your
camping,
nationality is, do not support this man, right? He's an evil man.
Hey y'all hear that Chicago hate? That's that Chicago hate in
yo,
his blood right
how
now,
many
man.
headshots do I gotta hit somebody with?
That's
All
because
of
you
them, they ain't playing hardcore.
We're in control.
Stop playing on core. You stop shooting people 6 times in the head.
Incoming enemy care package.
Ah man.
We've lost control. Enemy UAV above.
Oh no.
No one cares, Mike.
We've lost the advantage.
Mike said you can watch the platinum.
Marking care package coordinates.
Mike just go. Jeez, son.
Enemy care package incoming.
Low chill. Low chill.
What's this
Anyway.
like question bar?
Dropping.
The next email.
Alright, hold on. Alright, so last question that we have here,
Enemy warfare detected.
um,
Taking the advantage.
is from my man Nicodemus. He says, basically he was giving a feedback on the show and also asking a question. So he said, the opening of last week's podcast got me thinking about the overall skill level of PS gamers versus Xbox gamers. It's always been said that Xbox gamers are way more skilled when it comes to shooters. Do you think that is a very true statement? Then he says, and if so, judging by some of the lackluster gameplay we are seeing on the Xbox side, do you think that most of the skilled Xbox players have moved over to PS4 this gen? Talk about it.
Well done, Sentinel.
Straight like that.
Oh man.
Who's going next?
I mean, I'm gonna go last because you know, so I'm a shooter dude. So you know, I'll get on for the shooter joke. I'm a shooter guy, so they already know. They know it's gonna come out my mouth. We ain't even gonna have a discussion after that.
All right, I guess I'll go. Say the question again.
Oh my
Oh,
God,
Lord,
that's a long ass
Persona.
question.
Persona.
No, the
Bye,
ending, the
Persona.
ending.
Bye, Felicia. Bye, Felicia. I'll go. Since Persona ain't paying attention.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Is the skill level different between the platforms? I'm gonna tell y'all the honest truth. And this is coming from the PS3 and 360 days. The skill level is the same. If I could keep my KD within a 0.2 ratio of itself between the 360 and the PS3, it is the same. You got good people on the Xbox side, you got good people on the PlayStation side. There is no, it's an elite side over here, and everybody on the other console sucks. Nope, it's all the same. And don't give me that crap about controller make a difference. No, it does not, because I transitioned from one to the other without any problem.
Word up.
I was
I'm
just gonna say what Court said.
I'm not a first-person shooter expert, but I can only go by what I've seen from my buddies here. It seems maybe they did migrate because obviously PS4 is selling more than Xbox One, so obviously some 360 owners are, you know, on the PS4 side. So probably the skill did come over to the PS4 side, and we've seen council members play guys on the Xbox side, and they got thrashed. So one can deduct that yes, the skill they moved over to the PS4 side.
No, I wouldn't call that them going against skill. I would just call that going against trash talkers that talk a whole big game but can't back it up.
Oh yeah,
I'm
that's right.
just
'Cause some
saying.
of them bought elite controllers and their KD is like 1.4.
Y'all ready for the realism?
Yo, let VG answer.
First off, to people watching my stream, I had to stop playing momentarily, so that's why my character hadn't really been doing too much, been dying in the same spot. And I'm currently standing still. I'm not really playing the game right now. I have other distractions going on, but to get back on topic, the reason why people thought Xbox people were better at games is because their console was centered around multiplayer games. And so when you don't have games to tell stories, you don't have games to take you on these adventures, all you're doing is competing, quote unquote. Of course, they're going to say this is where the competition is. However, when you play people on Xbox and Madden, you destroy them. When Xbox players come to play Call of Duty, and these people that swear they're good, there can be people that say they have these MLG league teams and everything else, but their KD is like 500, and they die just as much as we do. You're like, PlayStation people can go to Xbox and play just as well, if not better. But for some reason, Xbox people be letting me down a little bit. Now, there are some cold people, like shout out to my boy Rashad, he's the Xbox guy, and he give people fits and damn near everything. But he's probably the only one. Like, it's not a lot of Rashads out there. And that's a compliment to him, because that dude games, everything he plays, he's great at it. But, yeah, but that's him. That's not the community. The community sucks. Like, I'm in ranked games on Madden, I'm 10-3, and I'm like, how am I 10-3? I don't even play this game that often. Like, how am I 10-3?
Yo, y'all want to hear the truth?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yo, they not better, B. Xbox guys, I always thought that was a notion as well. They talk all this game about first-person shooters. Then when I came over there and I got Titanfall, I was just like, this is pretty easy. Like, I was bodying cats in Titanfall. I'm bodying cats in Titanfall to the point where if I set up a tournament in Titanfall or a private lobby, they don't want to come through. Now all of a sudden they don't got EA access. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just keeping it 100. You know what I mean? Like, yo, I played against a lot of Xbox dudes on the Xbox One, and I don't even like the controller like that. Y'all know I be complaining about that controller. I don't like that controller, and I still body them cats. You know what I mean? So I think it's a great myth that goes on saying that Xbox guys are better than PS guys. You're gonna see in COD, they're not gonna come over here in this COD.
You want to hear my fanboy answer?
Yeah, go ahead.
Xbox gamers are better at everything that's 720p.
Oh, wow.
Anything over the 720p, they get destroyed.
Hey, that's funny.
Hey, yo. That's
Damn,
crazy.
man.
My take on it is...
That Windows 10 UI saved all
wanna go
the
for
trouble of
something?
them uploading their gameplay. Because it messed up the Upload Studio and the YouTube app. But it just saved us the drama of seeing them get destroyed. So thank you, Windows 10 app, for making Upload Studio not work.
Real quick. I think a lot of that stuff that they say is for ego purposes, because it's all about the player. It ain't about the system that they playing on. So at the end of the day, you know, there's good players on both consoles. There's good players on both consoles, but it's like, you know, that's it. Like, there is no better player, like on you know, there's no better system with a, you know how they say like Xbox is where the pros play or whatever, PlayStation where the scrubs play or whatever, because we play more story games than multiplayer.
Nah, Persona, I think it is true where there is a skill gap. And I do think that PlayStation gamers are better at these games.
Maybe, but as far as I mean, there's good, like I said, there's good players on both consoles though. There isn't necessarily, you know, because you own a PlayStation 4 and primarily play on PlayStation 4, that means that you're automatically better. No, it don't work like that. You know, like, there's good players on both consoles. That's a fact. That is a fact.
I'm going off more of the fact that what I see in the Facebook groups, how everybody's very cocky when it comes to certain things without them playing against the person. I've seen many times that people do private lobbies, and I would go in a private lobby. You know, I don't play Halo. Master Chief Collection, I don't really like the Xbox One controller. But when I come into a private lobby with all Xbox guys, and everybody's saying, yo, Halo's the truth, I've been playing Halo since this, I've been playing Halo since that, and I'm coming in second place, you know what I'm saying? That's a problem. There's a skill difference. Imagine if I was playing this game, you know, hard body like everybody else was playing it.
True. That is true.
I do think it's a skill gap. I think there's great Xbox guys that play. I just feel like when it comes to YouTube and the whole MLG thing, that whole myth got sucked up with that, you know what I'm saying? Because what are people playing on? They playing on the Xbox One. You know, I mean, not Xbox One, with the Xbox 360. They want to get their map packs free so they can show everybody the new maps and all that stuff. So I think those things get swallowed up in that argument. But we played against these guys. You know what I'm saying? We've been there. It ain't no secret. No, they're not better than PlayStation guys. Keeping it 100.
I like, as far as, since we talk about controllers, like, I don't like the Xbox controller. I don't know how Xbox dudes can play on the Xbox controller, man. I just don't know. PlayStation controllers, like, it feels better in the hands. It works better. That's just me though. Yes.
It's weird, though.
I don't
Like,
know.
you get the resolution differences, and you think they don't really matter that much, but when you're on PlayStation and you can see the details in the background, like you get better draw distances with the snipers, and you don't have that on Xbox. It's weird.
Oh, that's
When you got a two TV, of course it don't matter. You can't see shit.
Well, yeah,
And
Yeah.
you are playing basically the same thing.
Hey,
So,
so that's why it don't matter. You need a better TV, man.
you right. You right. You need better platinums, punk.
yeah, stop playing Hannah Montana.
I got Demon Souls, and I got Ninja Gaiden Sigma.
And you got Sesame Street ABC 123s. You got Kermit breakup with Miss Piggy.
I just did Devil May Cry 1, the real Devil May Cry, not that stuff Gabby playing.
Oh,
We're hating on Devil
damn.
May Cry, man. All these shots.
But yo, anybody any last comments with this last question? Or last thoughts?
Nah, I'm good.
I mean, shit. It is what it
Yeah,
is,
man.
I mean,
That's all the questions that we have. So, you know what I mean? However you guys want to do this, let me know how y'all want to do this. You know what I mean?
Shout out to the people gaming in 1080p whenever they can.
man, just shout out to everybody that's just gaming right now, man. Even if you're watching the podcast and gaming, yo. Shout out to everybody that's gaming, yo.
You know what I'm saying?
That's really what it is.
It's your boy Persona. Big shout out to everybody that stopped by to listen to our thoughts or whatever. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, Persona_GamingYT. And we appreciate you guys. And that's it.
Word up.
I'm gonna say this is Mr. Stealth himself. Just saying goodbye, and please do not subscribe to Persona. He always jocking on everybody else's stream. Do not subscribe to his stream. Amen and good night.
Mr. Fish BG is opening up a new group called 720p Shooters. If you are a fan of 720p shooters, first-person shooters, please join Mr. Official's group. He don't want to say it's the Xbox group, but I say it's for him.
I don't even play
Only
shooters
place
like
what
that.
when next gen is represented at last gen. Yeah. Shout out to Mr. Fish.
All right.
That's what's up, man. But yo, let us know if you guys like this kind of little talks and stuff. You know, everybody's gaming and focusing, but we can still, you know, communicate with, you know, the community. But also, my man Des Monster is asking us, what do you think about Star Ocean 5? If you guys want to answer that real quick before we get out of here.
I'm right.
Yeah,
That's day one.
I'm hyped, boy. I'm hyped for that.
Yeah, I need second story. Sure.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna play second story after the stream.
UAV ready.
I don't know what y'all talking about. Y'all know that's not a real game.
Star Ocean is a day one buy for me. I love Star Ocean 4 to death, and I will be getting Star Ocean 5.
Wait a minute.
Star Ocean
Speaking. Wait a minute. Hold up. I might play Star Ocean 4 while I'm thinking about it.
Enemy UAV online.
But yeah,
Nah,
man.
that'll be for another day.
We're gonna close this stream out. If you guys, you know, want to continue streaming, follow the council guys, Mr. Official, Persona Gaming, Court, and who else is streaming?
I was streaming, but I stopped
Your
playing.
boy AR.
Your boy AR, Mr. Waves himself. But yeah, we out of here, man. The PlayStation Nation shall be televised. Thanks everybody for coming through to the streams. Check this out later and all that good stuff. But we gone. Well, I'm gone.
Yeah, I'm about to cut
I'm
this
gone
stream,
too.
man.
720p gaming.
alright, thanks
Deuces.
to the guys that watched the stream. Appreciate you guys,
720p
man. I'm
shooters.
about to
720p shooters.
cut
Thanks
this
for checking
out.
out the stream, y'all.
Y'all so damn
And Master
retarded.
Chief did not come through this week. Sorry, guys.